Hello, everybody. I just finished the first episode of Daredevil Born Again, Season 2. Season 1 was pretty solid. It wasn't my favorite. I don't think it was as good as the Netflix show, but the trailer looked pretty promising for this new season, as we're going to get Jessica Jones, we're going to get Daredevil finally getting his DDs on his costume. We're probably going to see a lot more Karen Page. Of course, we're going to get an amazing performance by Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox. It's been a while since we've seen Daredevil. It's been a bit of a hiatus, but I can't believe Season 2 is already here. It feels like just yesterday we got this season. But it looks like this show is going to be getting... Originally, it's supposed to just have 2 seasons. I was disappointed because I would love to see Daredevil have more character and more development, because I feel like it'd be missing an opportunity if we didn't get multiple seasons for this show. But Season 2, and then there's also going to be Season 3 that got greenlit, so thank goodness. But this first episode was definitely interesting for sure. It continues where it left off in Season 1. Here's a small little recap. Fisk is now mayor. Foggy, spoilers, unfortunately died at the hands of Bullseye. Bullseye almost killed Kingpin, and Daredevil got shot through the shoulder, but of course he's fine. The Punisher got imprisoned, but of course he escaped. And by the way, he looks awesome in Brand New Day. But I don't think we're going to see the Punisher this season. But he is getting his own little special, which comes out this May. That will be a lot of fun. But what really stood out for me for this episode was we do see Matt put on a new costume, an all black and red suit, where he has his double Ds finally. I don't know if the Ben Affleck version had the DDs on his costume, even though that costume did not look very good. But as things are going on, Matt literally goes on a giant cruise ship of shipment that's made by Fisk, and of course he has to fight his way to survive. But when we do get that shot of the DDs, I was like, ooh, this costume looks amazing. So he basically escapes, barely making it out alive. And then we get the title cards. Matt is now a fugitive. Well, not him, but Daredevil is. He's wanted just for being a vigilante, but Matt Murdock is now missing and people are looking for him. We're still getting interviews from various people who believe Fisk is doing the right thing, even though he's corrupt and he's trying to make New York terrible. And we see the shot of Kingpin coming out with his goons, and the one dude who, I forget his name, he's now the right-hand man to the Kingpin, sort of. Not James Wesley. We know he's dead. But speaking of dead characters, we get a little mention of Stick. I thought we were never going to get a reference to that character. As you know, he died in the Defenders show. He was murdered by Elektra. I don't even know if we're going to see her in this show ever again, since I thought she honestly died at the end of the Defenders. But to see Daredevil and Karen's relationship, it's actually cute to see them back together. They dated in the second season, but they broke things off once he revealed he was Daredevil. But also Karen is also a wanted fugitive because she's associated with Daredevil. So she's been hiding. We're seeing her train. But this episode was kind of slow for me, honestly, because they're just focusing on the side characters. I wanted to see more Charlie Cox kick ass as Daredevil. He doesn't really kick ass till like the last half of the episode, where he gets tackled down by a group of cops who are arresting a man. I forget his role. But Matt ends up getting unmasked by the cops, and we thought Daredevil was exposed until the cops get shot. Would appear to be the Punisher. I don't know if that's his small little cameo. We don't see him. We just hear bullets, and the Punisher just says, "You're welcome." I don't know if it was the Punisher. We shall see. We also see the return of the love interest for Matt Murdock from the first season of this show. She was the therapist to Muse in the first season. She's having PTSD by seeing Muse around her. I don't know who's wearing the costume. I don't know if it's the actor from Wednesday. It could just be anybody in that costume, honestly. But apparently, I forgot to also mention, I did rewatch season 1 of Daredevil Born Again to refresh myself, since I'm also having an MCU marathon. I'm very close to where we are to prepare for Avengers Doomsday. But her character was basically, she does not agree with vigilantes at all, despite not knowing Matt is Daredevil. But a lot of things are just happening. We're seeing what the side characters are doing. We're seeing what Matt's up to, trying to prepare to take down the Kingpin. We also get a new cast member for this show, Matthew Lillard from Scream, and Shaggy Rogers himself. So I was actually surprised they casted Matthew Lillard in this show. He does not seem like a Marvel superhero person. I see Matthew Lillard as more of like a horror person because of Scream. But his role was definitely interesting. I'm curious what they're going to do with Matthew Lillard's character. His interaction with the Kingpin was good. We don't really know too much about him other than he's, I think he's a cop character or a detective. But we shall see as this show goes on. But this episode was surprisingly only 50 minutes. It went by pretty quick. It was a quick watch. I think the next week's episodes are going to be like 2 episodes straight. So it's going to be like a 1-hour movie. Sort of. Not really. But whatever we do get with this season, I'm really looking forward to it. This is kind of just like a setup episode, honestly. I'd probably just give it like a 7 out of 10. Sorry if that's low, since I was really pumped for this show. But did this episode really work for you? Are you looking forward to what they're going to do with Daredevil Born Again? These cast members are obviously amazing. They definitely have a lot of good opportunities with this show. Whatever they do with the Daredevil saga of this show, the writers definitely took inspiration from the comic books for sure. It's very noticeable when I was watching the Daredevil podcast. There's also a Daredevil podcast. Check that out, by the way. But I definitely look forward to the future of Daredevil. I really hope he does appear in Brand New Day. I don't know if he is. It could just be the Punisher and the Hulk that are going to be guest stars with Spider-Man. I just want to see Spider-Man and Daredevil team up. Even if it's just a small cameo, I'm all for it. If we don't, that'll be unfortunate. But at least Charlie Cox did make a cameo in Spider-Man No Way Home. So we shall see. So I'll definitely review the other episodes of the show weekly. I'm going to do my best since I'm reviewing a bunch of stuff right now. It's hard to keep track of what's going on. But be on the lookout for my other reviews. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all.